We are continuing today in Pirkei's Mishna Tes Zayin, chapter 2, Mishna 16, and with this, Emir Hashem, we will conclude the second chapter of Pirkei Avos. Omer, he used to say, so remember again, this is Rabbi Lazar. So Rabbi Lazar used to say, Lo alecha malacha ligmar. It is not for you to complete the work, but you're not free to absent yourself from it. If you learned a lot of Torah, you'll get much reward. And your employer is trustworthy to pay you the wages of your work. And know matan scharan shel tzadikim la'asid level, that the reward of the righteous is granted in the world to come. It's an incredible Mishnah. So what does this mean? Lo alecha hamalacha ligmar, that it's not for you to complete the work. Shel tala al daitcha eineni rechav leiv v'lo ucha lagamra uma yisron ba'amal uma oil b'yigiyasi. So this is incredibly important. The Rabbeinu understands that what the Mishnah is saying is as follows: that often in life we don't embark upon certain things because we say to ourselves, well, if I don't know that I could finish the task, what is the point of starting? But here's the incredible thing. If I'm honest with myself, I have to recognize that there is no task that I can guarantee that I'm going to complete, right? Meaning at the end of the day, I never know what the day is going to bring. I never know how things are going to unfold. And so the truth is, rarely in life do I control results. What I do control is effort. And that's what Rabbi Lazar is saying. Your job is not to cross the finish line. Your job is to start the race. Your job is to begin the journey. Crossing the finish line is often very much dependent on the plans that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has for me. But my job is to engage in the journey. My job is to begin the process. And when you begin to think this way, it's incredibly liberating, because suddenly a person doesn't have to feel the pressure of success, because I don't control success. I have to feel the pressure, good pressure, of effort. And that's all the Ribono Shel Olam asks of me, is to expend maximum effort. So therefore, again, because I don't control the results, so remember again, it's easy to fall into this trap. People do this all the time. Well, if I don't know that I can do it successfully, then it's not worth doing. Often, that statement like that, an approach like that, just masks fear or lack of confidence. So even though you don't control the results, it doesn't allow you to absent yourself from the process. Because the good news is, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like we said before, is not asking me for results. He's not asking me to cross the finish line. What he's asking me is to begin the journey. If you learned a lot of Torah, you'll get a lot of reward. So remember again, and then the next part, and ultimately again, your employer is going to pay you your reward. So if you notice again, there's a very heavy reward motif in the last couple of Mishnayos. And of course, this is also very interesting, especially given the fact that back in the first chapter, we had Antigonus who said that you shouldn't be a slave who serves the master for the sake of receiving rewards. From Perek Aleph, it often feels like don't focus on reward. And yet, again, in the last couple of Mishnayos, there's such a focus on reward. How do you reconcile that? So it's on a very simple level. So remember, there's a difference between what motivates you to serve Hashem and the realities of serving Hashem. So what Antigonus is trying to sensitize us to is don't allow reward to be the motivation. That's not good. That's not the way to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because when you serve for reward, you're not serving God, you're serving yourself. But at the same time, when I do serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what's always important to be acutely aware of is every action has a reaction. Every action has a repercussion. And every single time you do something good in this world, there is a reward that is generated. There is good that is generated that comes out of your deeds. And it's always pivotally important to understand that. So that's the Mishnah keeps on highlighting over here. And same idea, that's why it ends off by saying, Vida shematan scharan shel tzadikim la'asid lavo. That's why I know that the reward of tzadikim is in the future, right? Is in the world to come. So here you have these Mishnayos focusing on reward, but then the Mishnah ultimately telling us, but no, true reward doesn't really come in this world. True reward really comes in the world to come. So know that every single thing you do has a positive byproduct. Every single thing you do has a positive reaction. That shouldn't be the motivation for your service, but it should give you a sense of inner quietude and a sense of equilibrium, knowing that when you do good things, there are positive results. Whether those are positive results in this world or the next, whether those are positive results for you or for future generations, there is no such thing as a good deed that doesn't produce corresponding positive energy that we will somehow, some way benefit from. Okay, Mazel Tov everyone upon the completion of Pirkei, chapter 2. Looking forward to continuing tomorrow.